a lot of people, when it does happen, when they lose their pet, they feel guilty. Have they done enough, or
Mm.
or have they not done enough? And could they have prevented a lot? And
Mhm.
another thing, not only have they done enough or probably could have prevented, and this is where I would love for you to explain it again in detail. You know, when you say you live in the moment, you wrote something, well, Jack wrote something very beautiful in one of the chapters about when your dog is aging, you know, okay, live in the moment, but you said something beautiful, or he said something beautiful. Hold him or her, look into her eyes, have a conversation. Can you walk us through that? You know, how that will help us not feel the guilt as much. Can you, by doing this now, living in the moment and doing what with our pets? What are all the things besides the physical nurturing, which I would love for you to go through with us too?
Right.
Apart from the physical, you know, the dental and good food, and that I would love for you to explain again. But
Yeah.
let's talk about the connecting in the moment and what can we do? Like this little guy right now. What can I do with
Well, you're in the moment with him right now, even though you're
him?
with us in the moment
Yeah,
too. So
he's right
you're doing double duty.
here. Yeah, double.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
even
yeah.
I'm here. I'm here on my computer, and I love being here with you. But so often I'm on my computer, and Emmy's here, and Joey's here, and sometimes they come over for a little love, and I give them a little love. But I'm really focused on what I'm doing on the computer,
Hmm.
and it's not like we can drop everything every time. But I already am feeling guilt because I'm forecasting how I'm going to feel the day life changes for us, and I'm going to
Yeah.
come back to this moment
Right.
and say I spent too much time on Facebook
Right.
and spending a lot of time helping other people with their grief, and yet ignoring the needs of my dogs. They're
Right.
not asking for it. If they really needed something, I would drop it all, but it
Yeah.
shouldn't. It's hard to live in the moment for us humans, and it's really natural to feel guilt because a lot of us grew up in families where guilt and shame were tools to inspire you to behave. And and as Jack says, guilt is something that the human mind made up. There's no guilt and shame in the lives of a pet. They don't entertain those concepts. And even though sometimes you try to shame a pet into behaving, and they droop their tail and they lower their heads and they act like they're ashamed, but they're just acting because they know that's the response that we're looking for from them.
Mm.
So so guilt isn't even a real thing. I've been studying the Course in Miracles for 30 years now, and guilt doesn't exist. It just exists in the human mind that's based in fear. And we do say, I coulda, I shoulda, if only this, I would have. And it's our natural state to do that. But no matter what it is that happens, it could be a genetic thing that you had no control over. It could be just we think we have control. That's the other part of it. The other part of guilt is that humans want to control everything, and they feel like they have more control than they actually have.
Hmm.
So therefore there's more guilt because I should have been able to control this, when the only thing you can control is what's happening in the moment.
Hmm.
You can't control that the car is going to come down the street and
Hmm.
your dog is going to get out the back fence
Hmm.
and get hit by a car. There was nothing. You say, "Oh, I shouldn't have left the fence open." Well, the fence was open. People go to their graves saying, "I should never have left that fence open." But
Hmm.
as Jack says, something has to take us to heaven. Something has to happen. And all the circumstances are all predestined. And there's nothing we could have done really. We would have done it if there was something we could have done. So I don't know if I'm on track with what you're asking, but
You are.
I'm just
It's
talking off the top of my head.
It's you are on track. Everything you're saying right now is important, is valid, because that's we deal with that also with losing a pet immensely. It goes hand in hand.